All right, what's up guys? Here we are back with another workout, some more content for you guys. Today we're gonna train a little bit of chest. The original plan was for me to get some leg content out to you guys, but you know, just the way my schedule's been going, things have been kind of crazy with the holidays and stuff like that, so I hadn't really had a chance to coordinate that. And then another thing too, you know, when I'm training legs, that's an area where I really want to improve at, so it's kind of hard to really focus in on that workout and kind of go, you know, give tips as I'm going. So those are kind of those workouts where I want to, you know, kind of just go in and zone in. But like I said, as I get a little bit further in the prep, you know, we might try to get one in, you know, out to you guys. But today is chest day. That's one that you guys haven't seen yet. So this will be a good one to kind of show you guys how I'm training chest these days, mixed with some heavy weight and some volume as well. We want to hit a few different angles and do a fair amount of flies. I've noticed, you know, incorporating more flies into my workout has actually made me grow, you know, some more in my chest area. So we'll make sure we get some of that in. Of course, we'll get some presses in and we'll just flow with the workout. You know, today I'm gonna do an Instagram live. So for you guys who probably follow the social media, you're gonna see this before it actually gets posted onto the YouTube channel. But like I said, as usual, you know, subscribe to the channel. You like the workouts, follow the workouts, and let us know what you guys want to see in the comments below. So let's get to work. So we're doing, guys, we're starting with these flies. Like I said earlier, trying to put more flies into the workout. It definitely, you know, gets the blood going first because open the muscle up. So I always start with these cables because it's free motion. Kind of lets my joints and everything move how they want. And then I'll go to presses. And always on the flies too. Reps are always higher. So I always gonna do at least 20, 25 on these. You'll notice when I'm doing these, I kind of keep my chest up. You don't really want to drop your chest down. Now I feel like it takes tension away from your chest. So you kind of stick it up and just let your elbows retract and then push out. That burns. Trying a little bit earlier in the day today, just because, like I said, time's a little short. Busier now, especially the holidays. So I'm gonna try to get here and knock it out earlier instead of waiting until towards the evening. So it does make a difference in the amount of food I get in before I train. Say it's just been a couple of meals. So I might have to push a little bit on this workout. I'm used to having a few meals before I train, but no big deal. Still get it done. Okay. Go to some presses. We're gonna do flat hammer strength press. This way, I'm a big fan of hammer strength. Some of you guys already know that because each side gets to move individually. So then this way, I'm not worrying about imbalances to where one side might push more than the other. Each side works on its own. So I'm a big fan of hammer strength movements or machines in general that allow you to isolate each side. So I'm gonna mess around with this flat, and then we'll kind of get into some incline flies. Like I said, you guys know, I just kind of let the workout flow how my body feels. Who remembers the Vibrato Nutrition Supercharge? Would you guys like to see that come back? I would. It might even be new and improved, who knows? You guys go blow up Lee's page and blow up Hunter's page and tell them we need a improved supercharge formula. Don't waste time with some of the lighter weight because these just burn up unnecessary energy. So I'm gonna start with 2 plates on here instead of 1. Normally, if I was starting with presses first, of course I'd start with 1 because you guys know I like to warm up first. But with those flies, they're already kind of warm, so we can start with a little bit heavier weight than normal. This particular machine, I usually like to increase by 45 if I can, depending on my energy. Like I said, towards the beginning of the workout, I'll always make a little bit bigger jumps and weight just because you're more fresh versus towards the end when you're already spent. And it makes it a lot harder trying to make those big jumps and weight and keep the reps high at the same time. See, it's much easier to talk to you guys when I'm training upper body. Training legs, I trained legs yesterday. It was a really good workout, a lot of volume, a lot of movements. And it just makes it harder to focus on the workout when trying to get some content out. So I chose to train chest today. Get something out to you guys. Plus my videographer, he won't let me be lazy, so. Right now we're about 15, a little under 15 weeks, I think, out from the Arnold, so feels good to be prepping again, although I don't know if I ever even get out of prep. Hell, I think it's, every time I turn around, I'm right back in prep. But that's cool. This is what I always talk about, being close to contest shape year round, because this way, if you want to do a show, it doesn't take too long to get ready. You know, you don't have to drop a lot of weight if you're kind of close to being in shape already. Then you just start sticking to your diet, start knocking out your cardio, just get in shape, you know? Just gonna run 4 sets on this one and knock out 1 more. Then we'll go some incline flies. So that's been a big thing for me, is, you know, getting my upper chest more developed, a little more thickness up top, because I just feel like it gives you more of a 3-dimensional look. You know, it's round delts, flows right into your chest. So that's why you'll hear me always talk about that tie-in right there between the chest and your shoulder. You start getting that, those lines start popping out. It just creates a real, pretty cool 3D full look. So I spent a lot of chest workouts, my chest workouts dedicated to my upper chest, not too much flat. This will be the only flat movement that I do. So everything else will be all incline. And I'm a big fan of dumbbells too. You know, I honestly can't tell you the last time I did barbell. I'm not a fan of barbell at all. I used to be, but not anymore. Now it's just all dumbbells. I will be coming to India on Sunday, and I will be there for 9 days. 9 days, pretty excited about that. I've never been to India, so this will be my first time coming out there. So, hope you guys have a nice gym for me to train at. So, it's free motion. Now, this particular machine, what I like to do is angle if I'm going incline, because this, you know, you see this, it can move any direction you want. So you can, you know, kind of do forward, just straight press if you want. I'm sure you can focus in some kind of way to hit lower chest. This is the incline for me. I always try to aim up kind of towards the top of the machine. And start with a weight that's not too crazy. Then this way, just stick your chest up and just squeeze. Let's just always start with a lighter weight. And I usually do go 2 sets back to back, just to get that area warm. The good thing about using some machines, I know a lot of guys don't really like to use machines. I use a fair amount of both because this way the machines help you keep the movement straight, so I only have to focus on using the muscle correctly, versus when you go to some free weight movements, once the weight gets heavier, then you're more so trying to move the weight because it's, you know, that's just how it is. It's heavy, you have to worry about the stabilization of the weight. And like I said, machines just get on a push or pull, whatever you're training. So, gotta utilize them, trust me. The machines just mix it up. You have to do all machines, but just throw them in there. You know, this way, you can always make sure you target exactly the group you're trying to target. So on all incline movements, I always try to target right here. Right just in between the chest and the delt. That's how you create those lines right here. So more detail I can create, you know, the better it'll look on stage. So it's not always for the guys that, you know, want me to just blow up. It's not always about just size. Well, I want to get bigger, trust me, but you have to make sure too that you have that detail. I mean, just imagine if you're huge and you have a good amount of detail. So that's how Phil Heath was. So shout out Phil for the Dream Killer shirt. It's my brother, he always takes care of me. So, but that's how he was. You know, he was not just detailed, I mean, he was big and, you know, he's a whole package. So that's what you want to aim for, at least for me. When you're trying to, you know, be the best, is no lagging body parts, you know, which starting out, we are gonna have some. For me, I'm trying to develop my back, develop my legs. I mean, when you approach it from that manner, then your training becomes better, because I'm just not, oh, I wanna go get bigger, you know, and then I just come in and I do the same things over and over. I actually have to identify where my weaknesses are, where I can improve it, and then that's where I put all my focus. I'll still train hard the other days, I mean, but like today, for instance, for chest, I don't necessarily come in and try to go crazy on it, because, you know, in relation to the rest of my body, chest is pretty well developed. So I have to focus on everything else. So like I said, for me, that's the legs, back, hamstrings, you know, I gotta bring those areas up. So that's how I, you know, focus my training, is bringing up the lagging parts. It's not just about being bigger, it's about being complete. And the most complete bodybuilder always wins. I mean, it's not just condition, it's not just size, not just symmetry. You know, you have all those things. So you're well-rounded. So that's what I'm training for. Yo. And you guys know that takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. Now I think we have some room to go mess with some dumbbells. And that's always my favorite to use for chest, is dumbbells, because, you know, it's just like they go with your body's natural range of motion. Only thing is, you just have to be careful when you're using them, you know, and not go crazy heavy to where you can't focus on what you're trying to train. So, we're gonna see how my body feels here in just a second. All right, guys, so for me, I generally like a steeper incline. So some people like closer to flat, but for me, like I said, my body just likes a little bit of a steeper incline. So what I've been doing here within the past couple of weeks is I'll use the incline bench. I actually saw this at another gym they actually have a bench that you just stand up. You don't really sit down in it. So it doesn't have a seat, and you just lean back. But of course that affects the amount of weight that you're gonna use, because you have to kind of flip the weight up. So I haven't really been over 110 pounds doing it this particular way. Of course, if I sit down, I can lift more because I can get the weight up without having to chunk it up and risk bothering my shoulder, a shoulder injury, because no one wants that. Hell, that sucks, any type of injury. So with this, you're gonna start with like 70 pounds. I'll show you guys what I mean. So instead of sitting in the seat, just kind of stand up. But like I said, you have to flip the weight back. So I did 70 on that one. That was pretty good. So I'm gonna jump up to 90 just because I'm feeling pretty good. And see how many reps we can get out of that. Like I said, guys, I like doing it like that because, I don't know, it just feels good. Feels really secure as opposed to what you might think. Kind of standing up, leaning back. It targets right there, it's perfect. So if you guys have an incline bench that can adjust, give it a try. Just lift it up to what your desired height is, stand up, and only focus on that. One good thing I will say about it, since you can't go crazy with the amount of weight because of the fashion you have to get it up, it keeps it in check. So you use a weight that's gonna be beneficial to trying to target just what you want. And so that way you're actually hitting a muscle and you're not just trying to move the weight. Like I always say, there's two types of lifting. You can either use your mind muscle and contract correctly, or you can just try to move the weight. I will say one issue is this bench, it's kind of moving a little bit. So it's affecting me because I'm having to adjust during the movement. So guys might have to put a weight back there or something to keep it secure, or up against a wall. I want to do this one more time. So 4 sets. Usually I do more, of course, but in the interest of the Instagram Live, I think we only get like 60 minutes. So, which I like that. That's cool because I'm kind of on a time clock. Ain't have much time to rest. You just kind of have to keep getting right back after it. So 100 is pretty good weight on there. Last time I had a different bench, it wasn't moving as much. Then I got it to 120. And that was pretty challenging, like I said, because you got to get the weight up. All right, so now I'm gonna stay incline, just like I told you guys. Stay trying to target this area of the chest. So now I'm gonna do flies using the same technique. So I'm standing up, and we'll start with half that weight. So it's all 50s, and then we'll work up from there. So generally on these, make about a 10-pound increase. Try to give my body that minute to recover. This is about that time later in the workouts where I told you guys, man, those higher reps start getting tough. And so when I'm doing these, you'll notice I have that bend in my elbow once I retract, because this way I'm not putting any unwanted tension on my shoulder. It's all just right here in this area. So for a lot of people, somehow see people doing flies with their arms completely extended out. When you, I mean, obviously once you go heavy, you can't go past a certain point because that puts so much tension, you know, on your bicep tendon, your shoulder, rotator cuff, all that, trying to keep your arm out. So I've noticed, I just imagine hugging a tree, you know? It's like if you're here, your elbow slightly bent, then you just have to bring them directly back. And what you'll notice is once you come back and forward, you know, this part will engage automatically. So just bring the elbow back and then focus on here and then squeeze forward. And that way you'll hit right here, save your shoulder, you'll keep yourself from risking the injury. Yeah, flies in with cable, incline flies, flat hamstring, incline press, incline flies with dumbbells. I'm gonna finish with cables with the free motion, but these, I'm gonna use them to kind of target the outside portion of the chest. So this way it's kind of trying to like round it out. So for us, when we hit certain poses, you know, on stage, you know, you'll notice when I do these, I bring my wrists together because it's kind of like hitting the most muscular. So you have to be able to bring your chest forward. And so if you train like that, it's a good way of getting in your mind to connect with that muscle when you're trying to hit those poses. Plus it's overall good stretch, you know, to finish with. I'll usually always finish with flies, unless I do like a machine press or something like that as a cool down. You guys can see here, we do have heavy weights. So all the way up to 150. And of course, you can see how much newer those weights look than some of the other ones because not many people go down there, which is cool. I mean, so on this movement, the weight can't ever be crazy heavy because you can't focus on where you're trying to hit. You can go heavy if you like, but you're not gonna really target what you want because the movement is so different. So you already see you start in a position where you have some resistance. And then what you do is you bring your wrists together. You have to keep your chest forward and up. So if you're here, bring it and squeeze, just like that. And you want to be careful not to let the weight bring your arm so far up past your shoulder because then you won't feel it. So I always start here and then the return position is always here. I'll never go up too high because you don't want your neck to dip.
got today?
Legacy 312s, man. Nothing fancy, dude. You know me, dude. I always love my kicks, man. That's my problem. Kicks and cars. That's where all my money goes. Unfortunately, not all my money, but any extra money I'm allowed to have. One good thing you want to remember on this, one important thing, is that quick second at the bottom where you hold it, because that's really where you're gonna push the blood into the muscle. So you don't want to do too much movement to where you don't hold it for just that half second on the bottom, because that really will, like I said, that's where you get the squeeze at. Once you basically are trying to drive your bicep into your chest. So if you do that, that makes you squeeze it automatically. So on both sides, you do that, and it really makes you focus on where you're trying to hit. So as you can see, I'm just half of the sack. So it's nothing crazy, you know, but it's enough to get the job done for what I'm trying to do. Because some movements you're gonna use to build mass, and some you're gonna use to build detail. So you gotta do both. One more set, guys. Ouch. Oh. All right, guys, that's gonna about wrap it up. That was a good one. Like I said, it's just coming in and really getting blood in the muscle, not necessarily trying to go crazy. A little under 15, around 15 weeks out from the Arnold Classic. So we're in a good spot. Speaking of weight, you know, Chris does want me to pick up some weight. So me and him are constantly back and forth about that. I tell him, hey, don't worry if I'm not gaining a ton of weight, because what matters is what we look like when we get to the stage. So I always keep that in mind coming in and training. But like I said, I trained legs yesterday. It was a great workout. I'm just gonna keep improving. That's what I come in here every day to do, is work on the weaknesses, you know? So hopefully you guys got some good tips out of this chest workout. Like I said, you know, I get back to you guys as much as I can. Just comment below. If I catch your comment, cool. And if not, just know I'll get to it eventually. I just got a lot of stuff going on, you know, to where sometimes that's time consuming. But I'll try to get back to you guys. And we'll do a few more of these lives. That way I can get to your questions sooner as opposed to later. So like I said, next time I'll see you guys back. We will get a leg workout in, because that's the last muscle group we haven't trained yet. So just be on the lookout for that. Other than that, Thanksgiving is this week. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving, a great holiday. Eat as much food as you possibly can. I know I am. That's why I kind of teeter the line on trying to gain a bunch of weight so I can do what I want during the holidays and Chris not go crazy. So other than that, like I said, 15 weeks ago, we'll keep giving you guys some content. You guys subscribe, like the channel. Let us know what you want to see. Until next time, we'll see you guys back again.